open with a powerful statement, comebacks are not just about bouncing back, they're about rising higher than ever before. In 2025, this comeback is personal. Reflecting on setbacks is one of the most crucial steps in making a meaningful comeback. To move forward, we must first understand where we've been and what we've endured. Setbacks, though often painful, are not the end of the story. Instead, they serve as powerful lessons and opportunities for growth. When we face challenges, it's easy to feel defeated, but it's essential to remember that every great comeback begins with acknowledging the struggles that came before. Life often throws us unexpected obstacles. These moments can feel like massive roadblocks, halting our progress and shaking our confidence. Whether it's losing a job, experiencing a personal failure, dealing with health challenges, or enduring emotional pain, setbacks can leave us questioning our purpose and direction. They may feel overwhelming at the moment, but they also present us with an important choice to stay down or to rise again. Acknowledging these moments is not about dwelling on them or feeling sorry for ourselves. Instead, it's about embracing them as part of our journey. One of the most empowering things we can do when reflecting on setbacks is to change our perspective. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, we can reframe them as stepping stones. They are not permanent definitions of who we are, but temporary chapters in a much larger story. Each setback brings with it a hidden lesson, something valuable that can help us grow stronger and wiser. For example, losing a job might force us to reassess our career path and discover a new passion. A failed relationship might teach us about the importance of self-worth and boundaries. These lessons, though difficult to embrace at first, often become the foundation of our future success. Reflection requires honesty. It's not always easy to look back and confront the moments where things went wrong, especially when we feel like we played a part in those outcomes. But taking responsibility for our actions, decisions, and response to situations is a vital part of the process. It doesn't mean blaming ourselves for everything that happened, but recognizing where we could have done things differently. This self-awareness is a powerful tool for personal growth. When we understand our role in past setbacks, we're better equipped to make different choices in the future. Setbacks also remind us of our resilience. Think about the moments when you thought you couldn't go on, but you did. Those experiences, no matter how painful, reveal the depth of your strength and determination. It's easy to overlook this strength in the face of adversity, but reflecting on setbacks allows us to see how far we've come. Each time we face difficulty, we found a way to survive. That survival is evidence of the inner power we can draw upon as we prepare for our comeback. Another important aspect of reflecting on setbacks is finding gratitude, even in the struggle. While it may sound counterintuitive, gratitude can shift our mindset and help us see the silver lining. Being grateful doesn't mean we have to be happy about the hardships we face, but it does mean recognizing the growth and opportunities that came from them. Gratitude turns our focus away from what we've lost and directs it toward what we've gained, whether it's a deeper understanding of ourselves, stronger relationships, or a renewed sense of purpose. Final reflection is not just about looking back, but also about deciding how to move forward. Once we've acknowledged the challenges, taken responsibility, and found the lessons, we must ask ourselves, what's next? How can we use what we've learned to create a better future? Setbacks are not a reason to give up, they are a call to rise. They are the starting point of a comeback that is personal, powerful, and transformative. In reflecting on setbacks, we reclaim our narrative. We take the struggles we face and turn them into a source of strength. It's not about forgetting the pain or pretending it didn't happen. It's about honoring the journey, embracing the lessons, and using them as fuel for a brighter tomorrow. Every setback has the potential to set us up for an even greater comeback in 2025. Is the perfect time to make it personal. Defining your vision for 2025 is one of the most empowering steps you can take to make the year truly transformative. A clear vision provides direction, purpose, and motivation, serving as a roadmap to guide your actions and decisions. Without a vision, it's easy to get caught up in the chaos of daily life, reacting to circumstances rather than intentionally shaping your future. By defining what success, fulfillment, and happiness look like to you, you take control of your journey and set yourself up for meaningful progress. The first step in creating a vision for 2025 is to dream boldly and authentically. This isn't about what others expect from you or what society says you should want. It's about what truly resonates with your heart and soul. Ask yourself, what would make 2025 feel like a breakthrough year for me? What goals or experiences would fill me with pride, joy, and a sense of accomplishment? Your vision should reflect your deepest values, passions, and aspirations, not someone else's idea of success. When defining your vision, it's important to think holistically. A fulfilling year isn't just about achieving professional milestones or financial success. It's about creating balance and growth in every area of your life. Consider what you want in terms of your career, relationships, health, personal development, and contribution to the world. For example, you might envision yourself advancing in your career, but also deepening your connections with loved ones, improving your physical and mental well-being, learning new skills, and giving back to your community. A well-rounded vision ensures that you're working toward a life that feels rich and meaningful in all aspects. Clarity is key when defining your vision. Vague goals like I want to be happier or I want to be successful lack the specificity needed to inspire action. Instead, break your vision down into clear, measurable outcomes. For instance, instead of saying I want to get healthier, specify I want to lose 20 pounds, run a 10K, and meditate daily by the end of 2025. This level of detail not only makes your vision more tangible, but also allows you to track your progress along the way. Visualization is a powerful tool for solidifying your vision. Take time to imagine what your ideal 2025 looks like in vivid detail. Close your eyes and picture where you are, what you're doing, how you feel. What does your day-to-day life look like? What accomplishments are you celebrating? Engage all your senses in this exercise. See the colors, hear the sounds, and feel the emotions associated with your vision. The more real and vivid your vision feels, the more motivated you'll be to bring it to life. Once your vision is clear, write it down. Putting your goals and aspirations on paper transforms them from abstract ideas into a concrete plan. Create a vision statement or write a letter to your future self describing what your life looks like at the end of 2025. Be specific, detailed, and optimistic, but also realistic. While it's important to aim high, your vision should be achievable within the given time frame. Writing down your vision also serves as a powerful reminder of what you're working toward and helps you stay focused. Breaking your vision into smaller, actionable steps is another essential part of the process. A grand vision can feel overwhelming, but dividing it into manageable milestones makes it more attainable. For example, if your vision includes writing a book, start by setting monthly goals, such as drafting an outline in January, writing 1 chapter a month, and completing the manuscript by December. Celebrate each milestone as you achieve it, as this will keep you motivated and reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. Finally, keep your vision flexible. Life is unpredictable and circumstances may change along the way. It's okay to adjust your vision as needed, as long as you stay true to your core values and aspirations. Flexibility doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It means adapting to new realities while staying committed to the essence of what you want to achieve. Defining your vision for 2025 is a deeply personal and empowering process. It's about taking the time to connect with your true desires, mapping out a clear path forward, and committing to the steps needed to make your dreams a reality. By doing this, you're not just setting goals, you're creating a purpose-driven year that reflects the best version of yourself. The vision you set today will be the foundation for the comeback you're ready to make, and it will serve as a constant source of motivation as you work toward a year that is truly personal and transformative. Taking ownership of your story is one of the most transformative acts you can undertake. It means recognizing that while you may not control everything that happens to you, you always have the power to decide how you respond and what narrative you create moving forward. Owning your story requires courage, accountability, and a willingness to embrace both your strengths and your struggles. It's about stepping into the role of the author of your life and consciously choosing how the next chapters unfold. The first step in taking ownership of your story is to acknowledge where you are right now. This involves taking an honest inventory of your life, the triumphs, the challenges, the progress, and the setbacks. It's not about judging yourself harshly, but about understanding your current position. Ask yourself, what are the key events, decisions, and circumstances that have shaped my life so far? What patterns, both positive and negative, have emerged? By reflecting on these questions, you gain clarity about the factors that have influenced your journey. Accountability is a cornerstone of ownership. It's easy to blame others, circumstances, or external factors for where we are in life. While it's true that some situations may be beyond our control, the way we respond to them is always within our power. Taking ownership means letting go of the victim mindset and acknowledging the role we've played in shaping our experiences. This doesn't mean blaming ourselves for everything that's gone wrong, but it does mean recognizing where our choices, habits, or beliefs may have contributed to the outcomes we've experienced. Part of taking ownership is rewriting the narratives we tell ourselves about our past. Often we hold on to stories that limit us, stories that paint us as failures, victims, or people who are not enough. These narratives can keep us stuck, preventing us from seeing our potential and pursuing our dreams. To take ownership, we must challenge these limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, we can choose to see our past as a source of valuable lessons and growth. For example, rather than saying, I failed, we can say, I failed, we can say, I learned what doesn't work, and now I'm stronger because of it. Taking ownership also involves celebrating your victories, no matter how small they may seem. Too often, we focus on our mistakes and overlook the moments where we succeeded, shown resilience, or made progress. These moments are just as much a part of your story as the challenges. By acknowledging and honoring your achievements, you build confidence and remind yourself of your capacity to overcome obstacles. Another key aspect of ownership is deciding what kind of story you want to create moving forward. This requires a shift from passively reacting to life to even actively shaping your future. What values, goals, and aspirations do you want your story to reflect? How do you want to be remembered? Taking ownership means aligning your actions with these intentions. For instance, if you value kindness, ensure that your interactions reflect that value. If you aspire to lead a healthy lifestyle, take consistent steps to prioritize your well-being. Each decision you make is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. Taking ownership also means embracing vulnerability. It's about accepting that you are a work in progress and that it's okay to ask for help, admit mistakes, and learn along the way. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength that allows you to connect deeply with others and with your authentic self. When you own your imperfections and acknowledge your humanity, you give yourself the freedom to grow without the fear of judgment. Finally, taking ownership of your story requires perseverance. The process of change and growth isn't always easy. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and challenges. But each step you take toward owning your story is a step toward empowerment and freedom. When you face difficulties, remind yourself that you are the author of your life, and every great story has moments of struggle that make the triumphs even more meaningful. By taking ownership of your story, you reclaim your power. You stop being a bystander in your own life and start becoming an active participant. It's about recognizing that your past does not define you, it informs you. Your mistakes do not limit you, they teach you. And your future is not predetermined, it's something you have the power to shape. The comeback you're building in 2025 is deeply personal, and it starts with owning the pen that writes the next chapter. Building consistent habits is one of the most powerful ways to shape the life you desire. Habits are the small, everyday actions that compound over time to create massive change. The key to success is not in isolated moments of brilliance, but in the steady, consistent choices we make each day. It's easy to get excited about big goals and ambitions, but what truly moves us closer to those goals are the habits we cultivate. Consistency is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. The first step in building consistent habits is to identify the habits that align with your vision. Start by thinking about the person you want to become. What does that person do every day? What habits would they prioritize? Your habits should reflect your values and long-term aspirations. If your vision for 2025 involves getting healthier, for example, your habits might include exercising regularly, eating nutritious meals, and getting enough sleep. If you aspire to improve your career, your habits might include dedicating time to learning new skills, networking, and staying organized. The key is to make sure your habits are directly tied to your bigger goals. Once you've identified the habits that will move you closer to your vision, start small. It's easy to get overwhelmed when we try to change too much at once. Trying to overhaul your entire life in a single day is unrealistic and sets you up for failure. Instead, begin with one habit at a time and focus on making it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. For example, if you want to develop a habit of reading more, start with just 10 minutes a day. Over time, as that habit becomes ingrained, you can gradually increase the amount of time you spend reading. Small, manageable steps are the foundation of lasting change. Consistency is more important than perfection. In the early stages of habit building, it's easy to slip up or miss a day. Instead of beating yourself up, focus on getting back on track as quickly as possible. A single setback does not undo all the progress you've made. The most successful people are those who can stay consistent even when things don't go according to plan. If you miss a workout, don't abandon your goal altogether. Simply pick up where you left off and keep going. Perfection isn't the goal, progress is. Accountability is another powerful tool in building consistent habits. When we commit to a habit in isolation, it's easy to let it slip when life gets busy. However, sharing your goals with someone else can create a sense of responsibility that makes it harder to back out. Whether it's a friend, family member, or mentor, having someone to check in with can help keep you motivated. This person can offer encouragement, celebrate your victories with you, and hold you accountable when you feel tempted to quit. Additionally, you can join a group or community that shares similar goals, which provides an added layer of support. Tracking your progress is an effective way to stay motivated and reinforce your habits. Whether you use a journal, an app, or a simple checklist, keeping track of your daily actions provides a visual representation of your commitment. It also gives you a sense of accomplishment as you check off each day. You'll begin to see how far you've come, which can fuel your motivation to keep going. Over time, the habit will become ingrained and the actions will feel automatic, but tracking your progress can remind you of the growth you've made along the way. The environment you create also plays a significant role in building consistent habits. If you want to build a habit of writing every day, create a space that's conducive to writing, an organized desk, a quiet room, or a dedicated time slot. By making it easy to engage in your desired habit, you reduce the mental friction that can come with starting. Conversely, if you're trying to break a bad habit, it's important to remove temptations or obstacles from your environment. The more you design your surroundings to support your goals, the more likely you are to stay consistent. Finally, patience is essential in the process of building consistent habits. Habits don't form overnight, and it can take time before you start seeing significant results. Understanding that progress is gradual and that change requires persistence helps you stay motivated. Studies show that it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit, but this number can vary depending on the complexity of the behavior. The key is to remain patient and trust the process. Focus on the small wins, celebrate each step forward, and keep moving forward, even when the results aren't immediate. Building consistent habits isn't about quick fixes or short-term efforts. It's about making small, sustainable changes that accumulate over time to create significant transformation. Each day, you make choices that either bring you closer to your vision or take you further away from it. By focusing on the habits that align with your goals, starting small, holding yourself accountable, tracking your progress, and being patient with the process, you lay the foundation for lasting change. The consistent habits you build today will be the pillars of your comeback, turning your vision for 2025 into a reality. Overcoming fear and doubt is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward realizing your potential and achieving your goals. Fear and doubt are natural human responses to the unknown, but they can also be the most significant barriers to personal growth and success. When we let fear dictate our actions, we limit our possibilities. The good news is that fear and doubt don't have to control us. With the right mindset and tools, we can move beyond them, embrace uncertainty, and step into our full potential. Fear often arises from a lack of certainty. The fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown can be paralyzing, making it hard to take action. It's important to recognize that fear is not necessarily a sign of danger, but rather a natural response to stepping out of our comfort zones. Whenever we venture into new territory, whether it's pursuing a new career, embarking on a personal project, or taking a risk in a relationship, fear will almost always be present. It's a signal that we're pushing boundaries, growing, and stretching ourselves. Instead of avoiding fear, we need to learn how to face it head on and use it as a catalyst for growth. One of the first steps in overcoming fear is to acknowledge it without judgment. Rather than trying to suppress or ignore your fear, recognize it for what it is, a natural, temporary emotion that can be managed. By acknowledging fear, you take away its power. When we resist our fears, they often become more intense. However, when we accept them and move forward anyway, we diminish their hold over us. Instead of saying, I'm afraid, so I shouldn't do this, we can shift the narrative to, I'm afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway. Another way to overcome fear is to reframe our thoughts. Often fear is driven by irrational thoughts or worst-case scenarios. We imagine the worst outcome, which creates a sense of paralysis. The truth is, most of the fears we experience never come to pass. We spend a lot of energy worrying about things that are unlikely to happen. By challenging these negative thoughts and focusing on the more likely positive outcomes, we can diminish the power of fear. Ask yourself, what's the best that could happen? What's the most probable outcome? Focusing on positive possibilities can shift your mindset and lessen the grip of fear. Doubt, on the other hand, often stems from a lack of self-belief. When we doubt ourselves, we question our abilities and worthiness to achieve our goals. This can be especially crippling when we are about to take on something new or challenging. The root of self-doubt is often the belief that we are not enough, smart enough, strong enough, capable enough, or deserving enough. Overcoming self-doubt requires us to build self-confidence and trust in our abilities. One effective way to do this is by focusing on past successes. Remind yourself of times when you've succeeded, when you've overcome challenges, and when you've proven your resilience. Every achievement, no matter how small, is evidence of your ability to succeed. Another way to combat doubt is through positive affirmations. Our thoughts have a powerful impact on how we feel and act. By replacing self-doubt with positive, empowering affirmations, we can rewire our brain to focus on what's possible instead of what's impossible. Statements like, I am capable, I am worthy, and I am enough can help silence the voice of doubt and replace it with a belief in yourself and your abilities. Repeating these affirmations regularly, especially when you're facing challenges, can help shift your mindset and build a stronger sense of self-belief. Taking action is another powerful way to overcome both fear and doubt. Action dispels uncertainty. When we face our fears and doubts directly by taking small, manageable steps, we begin to build momentum. Every action, no matter how small, helps to reinforce our belief in ourselves and diminishes the power of fear. The more you act, the more you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges and that your fears are not as powerful as they seem. Inaction, on the other hand, keeps the fear alive and magnifies doubt. Taking that first step, even when it feels uncomfortable, is often the key to moving past both fear and doubt. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is another critical element in overcoming fear and doubt. When we face challenges, having a strong support system can make all the difference. Positive and encouraging people can help remind you of your strengths and abilities when you're doubting yourself. They can offer perspective, help you see things more clearly, and provide the encouragement you need to keep going. Seek out mentors, friends, or communities that uplift you and remind you that you are capable of more than you think. Lastly, remember that fear and doubt are not signs of weakness. They are part of the human experience. It's okay to feel afraid or uncertain at times, but it's essential not to let those feelings stop you from pursuing your goals. The most successful people are not those who never experience fear or doubt, but those who learn to act in spite of them. By acknowledging your fear, reframing your thoughts, building self-belief, taking action, and surrounding yourself with support, you can break free from the grip of fear and doubt. Your dreams and aspirations are within reach, and the power to achieve them lies in your ability to face your fears, move through the doubt, and keep pressing forward. Inspiring others through action is one of the most powerful and authentic ways to lead and create meaningful change. Words are important, but actions speak louder and they resonate more deeply. When you embody the values you preach and demonstrate the behaviors you encourage, you become a living example of what's possible. By leading through action, you show others not just what can be done, but how it can be done. It's in the small, consistent actions you take that you build credibility, motivate others, and spark transformation. The first step in inspiring through action is to align your behavior with your values. People are inspired by those who live authentically, who are true to themselves, and who act with integrity. If you talk about the importance of hard work, for example, your actions must reflect that value. If you promote kindness, your actions should consistently demonstrate compassion. When your actions match your words, it creates trust and respect. Others will see that you're not just giving lip service to values or goals, you are embodying them every day, which makes your message far more powerful and impactful. One of the most inspiring ways to lead through action is by setting an example in challenging situations. It's easy to talk about resilience when things are going well, but true leadership shines through when you face adversity. When you confront challenges head on, stay calm under pressure, and maintain a positive attitude despite setbacks, you inspire others to do the same. Your response to challenges shows others that it's not the obstacles we face that define us, but how we respond to them. By demonstrating courage, perseverance, and grace in difficult moments, you encourage others to take bold steps, even when they feel uncertain or afraid. Inspiring through action also involves taking initiative and being proactive. Rather than waiting for others to make the first move, step up and lead the way. This could be as simple as volunteering for a project, offering help to someone in need, or proposing a new idea. Action creates momentum, and by taking the first step, you often inspire others to follow. When you take initiative, you show others that change begins with one person and that they too can make a difference, no matter how big or small their actions may seem. The power of initiative lies in its ability to ripple outward, encouraging others to act and inspiring a culture of collaboration and progress. Another important aspect of inspiring through action is being consistent. It's not enough to show up with great energy or enthusiasm in short bursts. True inspiration comes from showing up every day. Consistency builds trust and creates a sense of reliability. When others see that you are consistently following through on your commitments, they are more likely to trust you and believe in the vision you're promoting. Whether it's consistently practicing self-discipline, showing up for others, or steadily working towards your goals, consistency demonstrates your dedication and encourages others to do the same. Inspiring through action also requires a willingness to take risks. Stepping outside your comfort zone and pursuing bold, unconventional ideas can be daunting, but it's often the most courageous actions that have the greatest impact. When you take risks, you show others that it's okay to fail. That failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a stepping stone toward growth. By taking calculated risks and pushing boundaries, you challenge others to think outside the box and embrace new opportunities. The courage to take risks can spark innovation and inspire others to take bold actions of their own. Additionally, action that helps others directly is a powerful form of inspiration. When you give of your time, resources, or expertise to help others, you demonstrate generosity and selflessness. This can be through mentorship, volunteering, offering encouragement, or sharing knowledge. Your actions don't just benefit you, they have a ripple effect on those around you. When people see you lifting others up, they are inspired to do the same. Helping others is one of the most inspiring things you can do because it reflects the idea that success is not just about individual achievement, but about lifting others as you rise. The most enduring form of inspiration comes from a place of humility. When you inspire through action, it's not about seeking recognition or validation, it's about making a difference. Humility in action reminds others that anyone, regardless of their background or position, can have a positive impact on the world. By acting with humility, you inspire others to focus on the greater good and to contribute without the need for external validation. This type of leadership fosters a spirit of community and collaboration, where the focus is on collective growth rather than individual gain. Finally, inspiring through action means being accountable. When you take responsibility for your actions, including your mistakes, it sets an example of integrity. People are inspired by leaders who own their decisions and learn from their experiences. Accountability demonstrates that success doesn't come without effort and occasional failure. By taking responsibility and staying true to your principles, you inspire others to be accountable for their actions as well, creating a culture of honesty, growth, and mutual respect. Inspiring through action is about leading by example, staying true to your values, and demonstrating consistency, courage, and humility. When you act with intention and purpose, you not only move closer to your own goals, but also so inspire others to take action toward their own. By being proactive, helping others, and embracing the risks that come with growth, you create a ripple effect that encourages those around you to step up and make a difference. Ultimately, the most lasting form of inspiration comes from actions that align with your deepest values and purpose, creating a legacy of positive impact and meaningful change.